Hello, everyone. Welcome to Tarot on Purpose. In this reading, we will be receiving a message from the sun and the moon to celebrate the equinox, which in 2023 is happening on March 21. The equinox is a time when the sun and the moon are sharing the sky, each being within the sky, dominating the sky for an equal amount of time. So I thought it was a great time to ask them for a message about what we need to know at this time. We'll be using 3 piles for this reading. This is pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. This is the Heart and Soul Oracle, and we'll be looking at the back of the card for the information on it in the reading. This is the card for pile 1. This is the card for pile 2. This is the card for pile 3. So take your time to decide which reading or readings you would like to go to, and I will see you there. Hello, pile 1. Welcome to this reading where we're asking for a message from the sun and moon during the time of the equinox, when the sun and moon are both sharing time in the sky in almost an equal amount. We're leaving it open to the sun and moon during this reading to bring us messages about what we need to know. And in this reading, we'll be using 2 sides of the table. This side will be the sun energy, and this side will be the moon energy. We have a tarot representing each, and then an oracle card for each using the same decks. You came to the reading with this card here. And the back of it says, I come to awaken sleeping hearts. Like a bolt of lightning from the astral world, I appear as inspiration, a dream or idea. I fill your heart with creative light and illuminate your mind so that the universe and all creation can find a space within your soul. This is a time for dreaming big, and possibilities are endless. I really like this card for a sun and moon message. First of all, that last line there is really positive about a time for dreaming big and having endless possibilities. That's really inspiring and motivational. And it's talking about filling your heart with creative light, which speaks to the sun energy, and illuminating your mind, which speaks to the moon energy. And it says, so that the universe and all creation can find a space within your soul. This is the sun and moon coming together, marrying up the heart with the mind, and bringing the universe and all its creative energy into alignment with your soul, or the other way around, bringing your soul into alignment with universal energy. Really beautiful. On the front of the card, you have this yin and yang symbol there, indicating balance of light and dark, and how there's always a little bit of dark within the light, and how there's always a little bit of light within the dark. A really determined looking person on that card, but in a peaceful way. For this reading, we'll be using a tarot for each of the sun energy and the moon energy. We'll be taking 3 cards for each. For the sun energy, we're using the Accurate AF tarot. So let's take 3 cards, please, from the sun energy. And we have 3 cards for pile 1. Look at the golden sheen on the edge of these cards. They're beautiful. Oh, we have a chunk falling out already, and it is starting with the King of Rings, the King of Pentacles, responsibility and abundance. Yes, King of Earth energy, the King of Rings, King of Pentacles is the Earth energy, and the King is accomplishing things in the material world, taking care of responsibilities to lead to abundance. And the other one that flipped out was the Dawn of Rings. This is equivalent of the Page of Cups. The Page of Pentacles. And this came out in reverse. The keywords on there are reflection and diligence. So this came out in the reverse. Reflection and diligence. Right underneath the king there. So king and page. What's coming to mind with these two cards and how the Page of Rings or Dawn of Rings is in reverse, it's reminding me of how we sometimes feel when we're at different levels of experience. So in the beginning of something, we're usually really excited or nervous, and it can be hard to take time out to reflect and be diligent. And as we get more and more into a situation or experience and grow and develop and mature a little bit, it's easier for us to take time out to reflect and be diligent and take care of responsibilities, leading towards abundance. So we need both of those energies, right? We need the new, exciting, unknown, and we need the more experienced, more mature, calmer energy as well to bring about success and abundance. And we have one more from the sun energy, please. Thank you. And we have actually two coming out. We have the Lover's card, number 6, with alignment and harmony. Yes. Coming together, these two coming together here, aligning that energy, the new, exciting, nervous energy with a little bit more grounded, experienced, thoughtful energy, aligning those into a harmonious state so we can take advantage of both. And the other one that flipped out was the Wheel of Fortune, number 10, with adaptation and elevation. We'll place that there for now. It's almost like reminding us of the cycles of life, the cycles of Earth, the day and the night cycle. Could indicate good luck, good fortune. For the moon energy, we're using the Dark Days Tarot. This talks, don't be concerned about the name of the tarot. It's talking about the dark moon, the new moon, if you will, or the time between right before the new moon. The creator of this deck added in a lot of elemental information as well as ways to read the cards to align with the moon phases. So can we please have 3 cards for, these 3, I think, flipped right away. The moon waiting to come out and talk to you. So we have number 15, the Devil card, and it came out in reverse. So when these cards are reversed, it indicates summer, fire energy, and the full moon. And the devil in traditional tarot can talk about things that keep us trapped, things that confuse us. With the way that this came out reversed, you can see her head almost looks like it's underneath something, kind of submerged into something a little bit cloudy. Talking about some confusion there. And you have the 7 of Cups, which came out upright. 7 of Water. Look at this mermaid there, floating peacefully with all those cups, indicating options and possibilities. This came out upright, so it indicates a new moon cycle, the new moon time of a moon cycle, and it also indicates winter and the earth element. And then you have the world upright as well, another mermaid. So this is another upright card indicating winter time, new moon, and also the earth element. A lot of earth energy coming through for you, pile one. Just one idea of the fire element there with the devil card in reverse. The two mermaids on there really bringing in the water element, which matches up nicely with the moon and how it affects the tides on earth. And the cups, of course, is a water element there, discussing possibilities and options. And because the initial thought that I got from that devil card was talking about confusion, can also speak about illusions and things that keep us trapped or mentally blocked. So this is almost an acknowledgement of another phase that we go through, how when we are first confronted with different options and decisions to make, how that can be confusing. We can be worried about making the wrong decision. And then eventually we get to a place where we feel like we can make the decision. We come to alignment somehow with how we're feeling and what seems right, matching up with one or two options or which side of the decision to make, leading to abundance. Again, you have abundance up here with the King of Rings, and then abundance down here with the World card, indicating bringing together your hard work and your goals and dreams into something tangible. And remember, this card said dream big, matching up the heart and the mind. That's really, really coming through nicely with the sun and the moon energy there. So let's move into the oracle cards. We'll get more tarot if it seems appropriate. The first card we're going to take for each one is an archetype. So for the sun, you have the womb. Number 46. Goes nicely with abundance there, creating and nurturing something. It's matching the feminine energy to this masculine king energy here. And on the moon side, you have the destroyer, number 23, and this came out in reverse. Look at the wolf eyes on that card. This card talks about destroying toxicity in our lives. It came out in reverse, so wow, that's interesting how we had the devil card in reverse and the destroyer in the reverse. You could look at this as energies if you think about the destroyer, not in the way that this guidebook talks about how it destroys toxicity, but if you look at it as the things that destroy things, and the devil being the negative energy that also kind of ruins things, these are both reversed in your reading pile one. This is a time to dream big. You have a time to nurture and grow and develop. Understand what responsibilities you have and should pay attention to lead to abundance. Understanding that it can be a time where you're dealing with some nervous energy, considering options, considering the way to go, considering what to do. And then ultimately, the Lovers and the World card matching up here, indicating success with alignment and harmony with dreams and goals and what you're hoping for. The moon is letting you know it's taken away some of those obstacles you may have faced, pile one. So you can dream big and enjoy that energy that's coming through right now of change and transformation. And then from the Wild Harmonic oracle, we have on the sun side, this is how it came out. We have the shadow of dimensional, and it says quandary, crossroads, and it came out in reversed. The dimensional aspect here relates to the crown chakra, and it's a crossroads. Yeah, some kind of clarity coming for you in a decision about which way to go. This is also reversed, and like if you're in a quandary, right, you are having a dilemma about what to do. And the crossroads means you have many options, aligning nicely with the 7 of Cups card here. Some clarity coming for you, obstacles being removed and clarity coming for you. And then for the moon side, this one's also reversed. You have the shadow of spirit with not worthy. The spirit aspect of this deck talks about the throat chakra area, so communication and speaking your truth. Any talk that you're having right now, especially with yourself about not being worthy, this is being reversed, bringing in a little bit more confidence for you, pile 1. Also, removing toxicity in your life with people or things in your environment that are making you feel unworthy or telling you you're unworthy. If you're dealing with somebody like that, I really feel for you, pile 1, and I wish you the best to move through that challenge so that you recognize within yourself how worthy you are. That's reversed. It means you're worthy. And with this being tied to the crown chakra over here, it talks about spiritual connection. So help from the universe, help from the sun to bring clarity, shine light on things. We also have a card from the Alchemy deck. You have actually 2 cards here. So you have, these are all in reverse here. Yeah. So you have the Drowned King, number 49, in reverse. Taking this literally with the Drowned King on there. If you think about a king drowning, that sounds not very great, right? But your king here is upright. The king of earth is upright. And the other one you had was Neptune, number 9. Yeah, hopes and dreams, the Drowned King. Neptune can also be a planet that is about illusions. So here's another reference to illusions being reversed and clarity coming for you. Illusions, if we take the illusions aspect from the Devil card being reversed there, and matching up nicely with that quandary, crossroads, shadow of dimensional card there about how spirit and the sun are going to be bringing you information that'll help bring clarity in a situation, overcoming illusions, especially the illusion about being not worthy. You are worthy, pile 1. If this card, this Drowned King, were upright, it would be talking about ego collapse, losing face, being embarrassed, and it's reversed also. So this is talking about gaining some confidence and honest recognition for your talents. It talks about emerging from an ego death into a more benevolent, kind, compassionate being, matching up nicely here with the feminine aspect idea of the womb. On the moon side for the Wild Unknown Alchemy card, it's in this position here. You have number 67 with sublimation, the sublime elements of the universe. You have a bird on there indicating higher perspective. Came out in this position here. This card talks about ascension and rising up. And it also talks about how helping and serving others and helping them rise up as well is really important. Again, it keeps coming through that obstacles and illusions and confusion are being removed for you at this time. The sun and moon coming together to help do that, to bring you some clarity about decisions to make, options to choose. Yeah, some clarity coming for you. That's the overall idea. It keeps repeating itself throughout this reading in different ways and talking about the different phases that we go through where we're nervous, excited, a little confused, considering different options, to a state of being more thoughtful and a little bit more confident in what we're doing, where things just feel like they're aligning and harmonious, leading to abundance and achieving our dreams. You have this card here that drew you to the reading, saying it's the time to dream big. Right here at the end, the possibilities are endless. The Seven of Cups card here talks about options and possibilities, so it's not just 7, right, Pile 1? It's endless. Fill your heart with creative light and illuminate your mind. Yes, so you'll get that spark of inspiration to be creative, to come through whatever it is that you're dealing with right now, and things will be illuminated and be more clear for you moving forward. Wonderful. Now is the time to dream big, and harmony and abundance and dreams coming true is the progression of your reading here, with all this stuff in between just to give us more information. From the Synchronocity Oracle, these 2 cards in this deck will always have a symbol that matches, and that gives us a synchronicity to pay attention to. So we're looking for the same symbol on each of these cards. And I see the axe or the hatchet. You have the hatchet here and the hatchet here. Cutting through confusion, another reference to that. Let's place these over here just because we have the space for it. And we'll remember that's the hatchet there, is the synchronicity to pay attention to. The guidebook for this symbol says it's an axe. It gives it number 4. And it talks about having the tools to break through, to cut ties. And it also has the word destruction on there. And you had the word the destroyer there. Yeah, breaking through confusion, breaking through illusions. The devil card indicating a feeling of being trapped. You're breaking out of that, whatever is making you feel trapped. Moving from a nervous, excited, unknown state to being a little bit more calm and grounded and having things seem more clear in your life. Really a consistent message for you, Pile 1, just being said over and over again, reinforcing it. Sometimes that's because we need to hear things in different ways in order for something to resonate with us, something to ignite that connection in our mind to remind us of things or help us draw connections to each other, draw things together. So we also have a card here for these last 2. We have the Past Life Oracle and then the Tea Leaf. And so this row here was meant to kind of talk about timing and a progression of your journey, how we have a past experience, and then the tea leaf talks about reading fortunes sometimes, so that's representing the future aspect. So on this sun side, the past life coming together is human sacrifice is right there up top Wow, interesting. And it says ritual sacrifice. So this is really, really interesting talking about human sacrifice here. I'm not focused on that aspect of sacrificing humans, but what it's reminding me of is the Aztecs, the ancient civilization that worshipped the sun, and it's coming out on the sun side of your reading. Rituals and making offerings to the sun, to the bright, creative, illuminated energy that empowers us. There may be something, if you take this as it relates to the Aztecs, there may be something relevant for you related to that culture, but it's also speaking about doing the things, rituals and offerings, putting in the work to achieve things, to co-create with the universe. And that co-creation with the universe, you doing your part, the sun doing its part, the universe doing its part, the moon doing its part, all coming together in alignment and harmony. Yeah, to bring about the world energy for you. Feeling as if you've achieved what you wanted to, or you're on your way to achieving what you want. That feeling of moving forward with confidence and hope about how you feel like you're getting close to achieving your dreams is really an exciting feeling as well to be in. On the moon side, for the past life oracle, we have unexplained disappearance with loss of a loved one. Unexplained disappearance. Another reference here to something being unclear, unexplained, unknown. I really think it's interesting how when the moon is out, you can see it one minute and then look back up and it cannot be there in the sky anymore because of how the clouds can cover it. Is kind of what I'm thinking, that just a visual mental picture that came to mind there with how the moon can seem like it suddenly disappeared from the sky. Also within the cycle of the moon, how the dark moon phase right before the new moon looks as if there's no moon anymore. Another reference to the cycles of life, the rhythms of earth, day and night. You had the Wheel of Fortune up here come out as a fourth tarot card there with elevation and adaptation, representing the cycles that we go through. This is what this card is speaking to me about, is the cycles. Again, tying together everything in a cycle. Another reference here on the Wheel of Fortune card to elevation, you had the idea of rising up come out earlier in your reading, and I just keyed back into that elevation word there. And adaptation, you'll be able to adapt to things that are coming in, to rise up, ascend, and help other people ascend as well. Going back to this sublimation card here. And from the Tea Leaf Oracle, you have on the sun side the fox. It says shrewdness and resourcefulness, especially in business. Yeah, we just got done talking about how you'll be able to adapt. Confirmation of that. Especially in business, we had the earth energy coming through here really strongly on the sun side with the king and page of pentacles. And the direction that these cards came out was earth energy, how these two were in an upright position. On the moon side, your tea leaf is rat. It came out in this position. Someone working against you behind your back. Yeah, okay. The reason I got so excited there is that not because that's cool that people would be doing things behind your back, but because it's reversed. Another reversal of things that are viewed at as negative energy, like somebody talking behind your back is not good. Working behind the scenes against you is not good. The devil energy about keeping us trapped is not good. People who destroy things are not good. People who tell you you're not worthy are not good. And they're all reversed in your reading, especially on this moon side. The moon talks about intuition and illumination as well. If you think about the moon tarot card, using your intuition, illuminating things to see new perspectives. Yeah, your obstacles are being removed. You're going to do it through your own hard work and adapting to the situation, and the universe, the sun and moon are helping do that as well. That is really nice because it says it's time for you to dream big, resulting in a harmonious, aligned state with dreams coming true and abundance. Really, really, really nice, pile one. It seems like you've had your challenges and had to overcome some obstacles. If you are facing those, this is letting you know that you're going to get through. Have confidence, you're going to get through. Keep hope, keep dreaming. If you're going through those challenging times, I'm sorry to hear that, pile one. This is encouragement from the sun and moon that you're going to get through. So we have some final guidance cards that we'll use to end your reading. We have 3 of them here. So we have from the Crystal Medicine Oracle, you have Mother Gaia, Mother Earth coming in. Yeah, Earth energy, really, really, really strong in your reading, pile one. Things on Earth are going to get easier for you. We have inner wisdom, your intuition. Yeah, we talked about that. And then the number 17 reduces to 8, which is abundance, matches nicely with this King of Pentacles. And a crystal on there that I don't know exactly how to pronounce, goethite. Really beautiful card. Look at her flying over the earth, those bubbles around her. Mother Earth coming in to help you, not only the sun and the moon, but Mother Earth as well. From the Crystal Chakra deck, you have Root Chakra with red carnelian. Keywords on there, stabilization and vitality. Yeah, things are becoming more stable. It has sayings on there that says, I see the vitality in all things, and I invite stability into my life. Red carnelian may be a helpful crystal for you. This is grounding the energy here. We had the crown chakra, connection with spirit idea here, and the throat chakra here about communication. This is grounding the energy, bringing it together nicely. It's creating like a triangle of your chakras. Like I wish I could explain it to you, but the way the energy is coming off of the reading now with this root chakra coming is a triangle with the crown chakra, the throat chakra, and the root chakra. It's tying your reading together. And then, of course, we had the triangle there on the womb. I looked in the guidebook to see if they specifically mentioned why they put that triangle on that card here. It doesn't specifically mention it, but the key words in there are nourishment, harmony, warmth, and love. Talking again about those divine feminine aspects, compassion, kindness, warmth, and love. Being grounded. A lot of earth energy again. So aligning things in your life to help you achieve your dreams and feel abundant, but also to feel stable and full of vitality. That's health. That's good energy. That's wealth. That's just feeling good. Encouraging message from the sun and moon here for you, pile one, especially if you've been going through some difficult times. And then the final card we have is from the Clarity deck. And you have beauty. We have some questions on here. These may be helpful for you to consider. What can beautiful spaces and objects teach you right now? And what would shift what would shift for you by spending more time around beauty? What can you learn from beauty? Beautiful things, beautiful spaces, beautiful people. And what would change if you spent more time around things that were beautiful? Let's move these up just a little bit so you can see them a little bit better. A pretty clear message coming in for you, Pile 1, with everything that has been said, tying in nicely with each other, letting you know there's going to be more clarity coming, leading you to having the ability to achieve your dreams, to go after your dreams, become more abundant, and obstacles and illusions are being removed through your hard work and work of the universe and the sun and the moon. This crystal here that I use for the sun side of the reading is orange calcite sphere. And it talks about confidence, innovation, creativity, and also recovery. So, and then this, almost burned my finger. And then this one here is a clear quartz. Sphere, which just amplifies everything. Recovering from something that's been holding you back, leading towards your dreams coming true, Pile 1. That's the overall message. Best of luck to you on that journey. It seems like things may not have been exactly easy for you, and this is letting you know that it's going to get easier and that it's a great time for you to dream big. Don't dim your light. Keep your dreams alive. Keep working towards them. The sun, the moon, universe, and Mother Earth. Of course, Mother Earth is on there. Oh yeah, I was going to check what that crystal meant. This crystal doesn't give a pronunciation. I'm just going to call it goethite. I like the idea of going forward. So here's what it says in the Crystal Medicine Guidebook in this section right here. It says, it awakens your inner wisdom, assists you with the connection to the inner realms of the earth, and provides wisdom from our ancestors. Interesting there how it's bringing in the ancestor element. And remember, you had this idea of the Aztecs and ancient cultures here. If Aztec isn't resonating with you, any ancient culture that really revered the sun, and there's a lot of them out there, I think probably all of them did, but really because of the temple on here, Aztecs and Mayans may be particularly relevant for you, Pile 1, in terms of ancestor wisdom coming through. Okay, Pile 1, I am going to end the reading here. I hope that you have found it helpful. Best of luck to you on your journey. Thanks for spending time with me, and I hope to see you again in a future reading. Hello, Pile 2. Welcome to this reading where we're asking the sun and moon for messages about what we need to know during this equinox time in 2023. It is occurring on March 21, a time when the sun and the moon share the sky equally. A great time to ask them for information about what we need to know right now. Receive some inspiration from each of them. For this reading, we'll be using sun and moon energy, the sun energy on this side of the table and the moon energy on this side. We have a tarot representing each side and then oracle cards from the same decks, one card for each side that we'll go through. The card that drew you here is this card here. Really nice balance with the sun up there with that fiery energy on the top of the card, and then the reflecting into the ocean with the watery energy there. Could also be day and night, right? If this would be the moon. Really cool card to come out for our equinox reading. And it says, you're afraid to let go of something that is no longer working for you. There is a deep sense of duty or guilt, and you feel like you don't have a choice. The reality is that you do, and ultimately, doing what you know feels right in your heart will be the best for all concerned. This card is talking about the ending of a cycle and walking away from something that you don't really want to do. I mean, let me rephrase that. It's something that you feel like you should do and you kind of want to do, but you're a little bit afraid of it, and you feel like your responsibility and your duty is to stay within the situation that you're in, and walking away from it will make you feel guilty. But this is saying that in your heart, you know that you want to go forward. You know that it's the end of a cycle, basically, and you know that it's time to walk away from something. Yes, this is, wow. This is bringing in energy I've been receiving from several readings about this time of transformation, all the energy of March 2023 with different astrological events happening and the equinox lining up with the Aries season and new moon, and so many things happening, a transformational time for us, that I think that this is collective energy coming through, acknowledging that moving forward and leaving things behind or disconnecting in some way from something we've been involved in is difficult, and we can be afraid to do that. But in our heart, we know that it's right to move forward, that a cycle is ending, and we need to find the courage to do that. In this reading, it's coming through specifically for you, Pile 2, to help you through that situation. Very, very specific message coming through here. If you don't feel like you resonate with that, this may not be your pile. If you do feel like you resonate with that, I think this is going to be a really intense reading. I just am feeling that this is going to be a good one, a whopper of one. It's going to be intense. So let's get started with this. The tarot we're using for the sun energy bringing in is the Accurate AF tarot. These have a nice little gold sheen on the edge. Beautiful cards. Difficult for me to shuffle. Knowing that these cards are difficult for me to shuffle, I actually took the deck and spread them out on the table and just wiped them all around, mixed and matched them so that they were nice and ooh, okay, nice and, no way. Pile 2, look. 8 of Cups. New direction, walking away. Look at that card. Wow, Pile 2. Yeah, this is going to be a good message for us about how to move forward, how to leave things behind, especially if we're in a situation that is comfortable and we are content with. It's hard to leave that behind if we're recognizing that we're at the end of a cycle and we're entering into a new phase of life. Oh, so beautiful how those cards are aligning. We have these ones flipping over here. The Spirit of Cups. This is the Knight of Cups. Opportunity and creativity. Right here on this card is a path, an illuminated path through this water channel towards the mountain with some kind of, oh, it's a cup. It's a champagne cup up there. And then if you can see, the person is right here being guided. Opportunity and creativity coming through. Knight of Cups talks about an offer coming in the emotional, psychic, love, intuitive, creative area of life. Yeah, walking away to new and better opportunities. It's scary because we don't know if the opportunities or what we want to walk towards is new and better, but this is coming out to say that it is. We had this flip over, the Seven of Swords, confusion and setbacks, Seven of Air element, mental area of life, our thoughts, being confused. Yeah, being confused about walking away, being confused about where we are in this transition, being confused about those feelings that this card talked about, how we're confused about if we move forward, does that mean we're not taking care of the things that we're responsible for? And how can we not feel guilty about moving forward, especially if you're moving forward to do something that is more in line with yourself and taking care of yourself versus taking care of others. And the other one that came out was the Wheel of Fortune with adaptation and elevation, number 10. And it was kind of in this position here. So that's the astrological wheel. And if this were like upright this way, it's Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius area of the chart that would be upright. Those may be significant for you. We're going to place this down here for now. Give it a little bit of space with 4 of those coming out. Yeah, those two, I'm just going to line those two up, okay? Because look at that. So beautiful. For the moon side of the reading, we're using the Dark Days Tarot. And this is a tarot where the creator put a significant amount of moon energy into it. Don't be concerned about the phrase dark days. It's really referencing the dark phase of the moon. But based on how these cards come out and fall during the reading, you can read them with a different phase of the moon and also different seasons, different elements. It's a lot of information that came through that the creator put into this card, this deck. And you have Ace of Wands. I'm going to just say this came out upright. So this is a new creative endeavor that goes up. Look, since I moved those up, that comes in here. You have the Knight of Cups or the Spirit of Cups in this deck, bringing in opportunity and creativity in the emotional, psychic, love, intuitive area of life. And then the Ace of Wands, bringing in the new opportunity and creative inspiration, action, decision-making, moving forward, taking action. Water and fire elements lining up right here for you. New opportunities coming in that'll be, I'm just going to say, emotionally satisfying and fun for you to do. Enjoyable for you to be involved in. The activities that you need to do with whatever you're moving into will be enjoyable for you on an inspirational and emotional level. The upright position for this can indicate the winter time frame. It indicates the element of earth, and it indicates also the new moon. This equinox is also falling on a new moon, lining up nicely with the energy that we're experiencing. Okay, we have this happening. So this one, we'll call this in the reverse position, and it's the 8 of Cups. Whoa! Another 8 of Cups for you. This was the 8 of Cups, and now it's the 8 of Cups. Both the sun and the moon agreeing it's time to move forward and move away from something. It doesn't mean you're moving away from something negative. It just means it's time to move forward onto the next phase, onto something else. This comes out in the reverse position, so it's indicating full moon. It's indicating summer and the fire element. And then this one came out like this. So it can be this way or this, let's call it this way, facing left. So it's the 7 of Wands. Talks about challenges and adversity. And since it's this way, the left face, here, let me show you this card. I'm turning them all over the place because of the way that the creator brought in the orientation of the cards. Look at all these flowers around her. Her head is an actual moon. So with this being facing left, it indicates autumn time frame. It indicates the water element, and it indicates the waning phase of a moon cycle. So let's put these better in alignment here. 7s, 8s, and 1s are significant numbers coming through in your pile 2. You have the 8 of Cups twice. You have the 7 of Swords and the 7 of Wands. And then you have the Ace of Wands, and then the Wheel of Fortune is a 10, so you have the 1 in there. 1, 7, and 8 are significant numbers for you for some reason. If we add those up, it makes a 16, which would be the Tower card in a traditional tarot, talking about transformation. Another way that we come right back to transformation and moving on. Something coming apart or us leaving it behind and moving forward. It's really telling us that that's coming for us, pile 2, in this reading. And it wants you to be ready for it. And if it is the situation that this card here talked about at the very beginning, where you know in your heart it's the right thing to do, to move forward, to walk away, to move on to the next phase of your journey, it's reinforcing that you're right. Your heart is right in this situation. It is time to move forward. So let's put the tarot aside for now. We will get more tarot if it becomes relevant in your reading. Overcoming adversity and confusion, moving forward to new and better opportunities, walking away from adversity, walking away from confusion to something new and better. For the oracles, we're going to start with the archetype oracle, and you have number 64, the offering, right next to the Knight of Cups. That talks about a offer coming in the emotional, intuitive, love, psychic area of life. And on the moon side, you have the kiss, number 60. And it's coming out in this position here. Look at the moon protecting these two holding hands. Partnership being protected by the moon, union being protected by the moon. Could be a partnership of any kind, with a partnership with yourself, with another person, with the sun and moon energy, with the universe, with spirit. Yeah, I'm being told just to take the other two to get a more clear idea here. So from the Wild Harmonic, you have the card coming out this way. Look at those two figures on there, another union, another partnership. And it's the water of water with transceptive resonance. And then on the moon side, you have this card coming out in this way. 2 cool little footprints there. Earth of Dimensional and Creating Sacred. Happy little footprints card there. This archetype card reinforcing the offer coming in. This letting us know we're talking about partnership and a protected union. And this giving us more specific information in the Wild Harmonic Oracle. The guidebook for this Water of Water Transceptive Resonance says, as the flowing feeling of life meets itself, the sense of self both expands and collapses as divisions come and go. Life meets itself, the sense of self expands and collapses. That goes in really nicely with everything we've said so far. As divisions come and go. It's talking about a conversation with your soul to reveal potential and limitation. Some soul searching being encouraged here on the sun side of the reading. And then this Earth of Dimensional Creating Sacred card talks about a time when the earth is ascending, and it encourages us to stay grounded and choose simple, sacred things that are available in our existence. Some soul searching about potentials and limitations, and remaining grounded as we're moving forward and ascending. The water element on this deck is tied to the sacral chakra. So our passions, what we care about, what we love, ties in nicely with the cups card here, the water energy that came out here, here, and here. And then the dimensional aspect of this deck over here, or this card over here, I'm sorry, on the moon side, it's to the dimensional ties to the crown chakra. So talking about our connection with spirit and ascending to a higher state of being. Yeah, in the beginning, the idea of moving on to new and better was here. The energy was here. It just wasn't very specific. And the moon is letting us know that it's because we're moving on to a higher state of awareness, a higher vibrational state, ascending in some way. Really tied in with everything we're hearing about the earth evolving into a higher vibrational entity, and those of us on earth doing that as well. From the Wild Unknown Alchemy deck, we have on the sun side, it's coming out in reverse here. You have number 43, reduces to 7, the uncreated. And it's in reverse. It's time for the uncreated things, the things we've been not putting our energy into. It's time for us to put our energy into those and make them something that's created, to turn them into something that is tangible, to bring them into being. The sun doesn't want us thinking only about our dreams and the potential opportunities out there for us anymore. They want us taking some kind of action. The sun wants us taking some kind of action to make those things that we have not yet brought into being, to bring our dreams into some kind of reality. And on the moon side, you have Aries, Mars energy came out in this position. It's number 5. Action. Take action. The lightning on here, I mentioned that the 1, 7, 8 adds up to 16 would be the tower card in a tarot. that card usually has like lightning striking the tower. You have lightning on this card. It's time to change. It's time to move forward. Look at this fist here has grasped onto some of the light. They're holding the light. Just like this is the uncreated, these are our hopes and dreams and opportunities that we know are out there for us. We just haven't grabbed onto them. This is us grabbing onto them. Both of these cards telling you to grab onto that and bring something into reality that we have not yet brought into being. Because it's going to be good for us. It's a good thing to do. It contributes to raising our own vibration, our own ascension, and the ascension of Earth. Wow, pile 2. Could not be more clear at this point. Time to move forward. Time to move on. One phase of your life is ending and it's time to move on to the other, and don't feel guilty about it. There will be a way for you to deal with the things that you feel responsible for right now, if it's meant for you to be responsible for those. If you're carrying more weight than you should right now, this is encouraging you that may be somebody else's weight to carry. Shift that weight to its rightful owner, basically, is what I'm hearing, and only carry the things that you're truly responsible for, the things that are truly your duty and responsibility to care for. The soul searching will help with that, to evaluate what potential and what limitations you have. That can also help you gain some insight into the pace at which you move forward. So if you have a lot of responsibilities right now and it's hard to figure out the rightful owner of those responsibilities, it may be that your pace of moving forward is a little bit slower. And if it's responsibilities you're carrying right now that are not yours, they should go to somebody else. You can move a little bit more quickly with shifting those responsibilities, creating those boundaries. And if you don't have any responsibilities or you have very few responsibilities, it's definitely easier for you to move forward more quickly at a faster pace, basically. So these 2 cards here are from the Synchronocity Oracle, and these have each, we find on them the card that matches, on each card there's a symbol, and each card there will be one symbol that matches to help us find a synchronicity. And right away I'm seeing the axe on there. We have it right here on the moon card and right here on the sun card. And I noticed that right away it came out in pile 1 with the axe was the one that matched. And the axe talks about cutting ties, having a breakthrough. So that is collective energies, because it came out in pile 1. Their reading was quite different from this one. But they got the hatchet, the axe as well, talking about cutting ties and having breakthroughs. That is very clear with all this 8 of Cups, walking away, doing things that you know in your heart to be the right thing to do. That matches with your reading very clearly. So with these cards here, we have a past life oracle and a tea leaf. So this was meant to be an idea of timing in your journey, but also this is the past life, so talking about past experiences. And then the tea leaf, some people use that to tell fortunes and tell the future, so this is representing the future aspect. So from the sun side of the reading, for the past experience, you have rescuer and abuser kind of sharing the top there with abusive relationship. Pile 2, if this is what you're experiencing right now, please do what you need to keep yourself safe. Please do what you need to find help. And definitely do what you need to get out of that situation. Find the strength and courage. Please, Pile 2, get the help, seek help, protect yourself. If this is not a literal thing for you, and I really hope it's not, I never want anybody to be experiencing abuse. If this is not a literal reading of this card, we're talking about something that is related to when we deny ourselves our dreams and we deny ourselves the things that speak to our heart. We deny ourselves the things we know are right to do. We deny our hopes and dreams. It becomes very painful because we're not doing the things we're meant to do. We're not chasing the dreams we're meant to chase. We have the rescuer word on there, so it's asking you to help yourself here. We had the idea of soul searching. You can be your own rescuer to get out of this situation. There are rescuers out there in a support network somewhere. Definitely universe, spirit, sun and moon coming through to let you know that they can help rescue you. Partner with them. Strong universal action energy with Mars. Fighting for what is right. Fighting for yourself, defending yourself. Fighting for your dreams and your ability to create and experiencing the things that you know in your heart is what you want to be doing. From the moon side, the past experience, we have saintly with the savior or hero and philanthropist right there, kind of sharing the top. This looks like St. Francis of Assisi to me, who is very connected to animals and nature. Rescuer, savior, or hero coming out in the same area of this card. And then abuser and philanthropist here. So if we take the idea of pain being created because we haven't done things that speak to our heart, we haven't chased our dreams, we've kept ourselves in a situation that's holding us back, moving to the philanthropist. From abuser to philanthropists. Philanthropists are people that do good for themselves and do good for humanity, do good for other people. Going from an aspect of pain, creating and holding on to pain, to spreading joy and nourishment and abundance. From the Tea Leaf Oracle, we have, on the sun side, we have the wall with misunderstanding. We had that here with the Seven of Swords, confusion and setbacks. This soul searching that the sun is encouraging you to do may bring some clarity into situations that are confusing. And you may realize that something may have just been a simple understanding. We had the idea of simplicity here on the moon side. So things may not be so dramatic. They may just be simple misunderstandings that some soul searching and clear communication can resolve. And then on the moon side, we have cracked cup. Dissatisfaction with life. The broken cup. In the guidebook for this card, it talks about how the road here symbolizes your life, and the broken cup indicates that you're unhappy with something in your life right now. This is in the kind of future position of this reading, and I'm not taking this to mean that you're going to be dissatisfied with life, but it is a little bit of a caution from Spirit, from the sun and moon, that right now you're in a situation that you know you need to move forward from, and it can be scary, but in your heart you know it's time to move forward. And this is a caution from the sun and moon, especially the moon energy, that if you don't move forward into another phase or whatever that means to you in terms of moving forward, moving on from a situation, you're going to continue to face unhappiness and dissatisfaction. It doesn't want you staying in that state. This philanthropist energy here is about bringing good to yourself and others. This is what the moon wants for you, not unhappiness. All right, pile 2. To end your reading, we have some final guidance here with these 3 cards. This is the crystal medicine, and you have unconditional love. Number 33 reduces to 6 with Mother Mary and the diamond. Let yourself shine, pile 2. Don't dim your light. Don't hold yourself back. Don't let yourself be stuck. Strong, divine feminine energy coming in with compassion, kindness, intuition, understanding. Goes nicely with this emotional offer coming in with the Knight of Cups. Unconditional love. It sounds cliche, but this card here telling us to keep it simple. Unconditional love, talking about doing things from a place of love. Having intentions that are from a place of love. It doesn't mean staying in situations that we're not meant to be in. It doesn't mean carrying more weight than you need to carry. And it doesn't mean dimming your light so others can shine. It doesn't mean holding you back. It doesn't mean we make excuses for people or ourselves. It means that we do things from a place of love. We have loving intentions for ourselves and for others. Loving intentions meaning we are doing things that speak to our heart, that in our heart we know is true. Reinforcing here that in our heart we know what we want. In our heart we know what the right thing to do is. From the Crystal Chakra deck, you have the solar plexus chakra with bumblebee jasper, honesty and celebration. We have the phrases there. It says, I choose to be honest with myself and others. And I allow myself to celebrate each of my victories. Yes, pile 2. Let yourself be happy. Let yourself celebrate. Let yourself accept these new exciting offers coming in that you're meant to experience. That you're meant to move forward onto the next phase of life, the next phase of your journey, into something that's in line with your heart and that you can celebrate. And then from the clarity cards, you have shrinking. We have some questions on here. It says, where are you making yourself smaller than you naturally are? Don't dim your light, pile 2. Look at those areas with this soul searching. Where are you making yourself smaller than you actually are? Where do you feel a need to shrink yourself down to fit? What is this here to teach you? And what do you want to do about it? Where are you making yourself smaller than you naturally are? Where do you feel a need to shrink yourself down to fit? What is this here to teach you? And what do you want to do about it? Great questions to start a soul searching journey if that's where you are in life right now, pile 2. Dimming your light, making yourself smaller to fit in, or to make other people happy, or for whatever reason you're doing that, is something to really evaluate right now, pile 2, because Sun and moon want you to know it's time to move forward. The next phase of life and the next phase of your journey is coming. It's a new and better time of life. You had Knight of Cups, Ace of Wands, cutting through confusion and setbacks and adversity, moving forward to something that is more in line with your heart, that'll bring about more happiness, not more pain, and it'll bring you to a more satisfied feeling with life, being happier with life. Time to move forward, pile 2. It can't be more clear in this reading. Now, the pace at which you're going to do that is going to be different based on your situation, and we talked about that before, right? How that soul searching will help you decide at which pace you can move forward. Some of you, it may be slower. Some of you, it may be faster. And that's going to be something that is up to you to decide and make the best decision for yourself in terms of what pace you move forward, but it is time to move forward, pile 2. Pile 2, I hope you found this reading helpful and insightful. It's a little bit of a reality check coming in. It is meant to be letting you know there's new and better things out there for you, but it's a little bit of a honest, hard truth to face sometimes. So thank Saturn moving into Pisces for that. I won't go into all that, but it's one of those astrological events happening around this time. Yeah, time to move forward, pile 2. Do what you need to decide the pace that you move forward, how slow or fast, and it'll be moving into a phase of life that is more connected with your heart, more connected with your soul, and will lead to greater satisfaction for you, doing good for yourself and for others. If you're worried about moving forward not being indication that you're not helping others, this is letting you know that you can still do good for others and help others, even moving forward and doing good for yourself. You can do good for yourself and still do good for others. All right, pile 2, I am going to end the reading here, except for this opportunity is really shining brightly at me right here. Just wanted to point that out. And I hope you have found this reading helpful and insightful. Best of luck to you on your journey, pile 2. Thanks for spending time with me. I hope to see you again in a future reading. Hello, pile 3. Welcome to this reading where we're asking the sun and moon for messages about what we need to know during this time of the equinox. The equinox is happening on March 21 in 2023, where the sun and the moon share the sky equally. And I felt like it was a great time to tap into both of their energies to ask them for what we need to know right now. We're leaving it open for the sun and moon in terms of the topic. So in this reading, this side of the table here is the sun energy, and this side of the table is the moon energy. And we have a tarot for each, and then oracle cards from the same decks, just one card from the same deck. So we'll start here with the card that drew you here from the Heart and Soul Oracle. It looks like this. We have a star, 2 hearts, some wings. And it says, close your eyes and feel yourself embraced by angelic wings of light. Feel the light dissolve your fears, concerns, and doubts, and fill your heart with peace and joy. Everyone is safe and all is well. There is no need for concern. Yeah, I got a really peaceful feeling when I started reading that. Angels are with you, angelic wings, the spirit universe energy with you. Let the light dissolve your fears, concerns, and doubts. Fill your heart with peace and joy. Everyone is safe. All is well. There is no need for concern. Wow, a peaceful message coming through from the sun and moon that everything's going to be okay. It's acknowledging that fear and doubt and concerns are out there that we're dealing with those, and it's letting you know everything's going to be okay. Fill your heart with light. Feel yourself surrounded by those angelic wings, those wings of spirit, those wings of universe, embracing and hugging you, making you feel more content. We have the star on there, star energy for hopes and dreams, and we have 2 hearts on there for what we know in our heart to be true, what we feel in our heart that we want for ourselves. Everyone is safe, all is well. Sun and moon coming through to give us a calming message, acknowledging that things may be crazy out there right now, but letting us know that it's going to be okay. For the sun side of the reading, bringing in the sun energy, we're using the Accurate AF Tarot. Has these nice golden edges. So we're planning to take 3 cards from each deck for the sun and moon energy. Whoa, like a fourth of the deck just flipped over, but the one on top is the 3 of Rings, 3 of Pentacles, with collaboration and competence. Talks about work and mastery and skill, cooperation, teamwork. If it wants to come out, it will, and then it'll be a little bit more dominant energy, but it's letting us know about cooperation and work. Competence, capable work. We had 3 flip out. Yeah, 3. Thanks, Sun. We have the 5 of Swords, 5 of Air element, with resentment and competition. We have 4 swords kind of floating about there, and 1 sword on the pedestal here, talking about competition, winning, people who aren't winning being jealous and resenting those who are winning. Any Harry Potter fans out there? Because I just felt like that was a Quidditch game going on there. We'll see if that becomes relevant. And then we have the Lovers card with alignment and harmony. Number 6. Little crescent moon up here. Roses in the garden. A nice archway there. 2 people walking together in alignment and harmony. Coming together as opposed to being in competition with each other. Teamwork, we had that 3 of Rings flip over when I was shuffling, talking about cooperation and teamwork, being indicated by these 2 cards here. And then the other one that came out was the Shadow, number 15. This would be the Devil card in a traditional tarot with dependence and materialism as keywords on there. Interesting depiction of the Devil card here, how the devil doesn't really exist here except for as a shadow, and what really exists here is this hand that is creating the shadow. Ideas about things that are real and unreal. Ideas about illusions. Puppet masters coming to mind with those shadow puppets there. Let's see what the moon energy brings in from the tarot before we go too much further with this message. We have for the moon energy using the Dark Days tarot, and it's not talking about dark days in terms of dark times. It's talking about basically the dark phase of the moon that happens right before the new moon. And the creator of this deck really worked in the elements and the phases of the moon and the seasons. So I'll go through those as the cards come out with how that works. But the orientation of the cards helps inform the message. So this one flipped out in this position here. It's the number 20 Judgment card. talking about evaluating our life purpose. It came out in this position, so I'm going to put it in the reverse. In the reverse position, it indicates the full moon time. It indicates summertime, and it indicates the fire element. This one's coming out this way, the devil in reverse. 2 devil cards coming out in your reading pile 3. A lot of illusions and obstacles and things that are holding us back coming out in your reading. This one's being reversed. If it was upright, it would look like this. Look at her taking the mask off. This card came out in another reading as well, and I didn't notice the mask there, but it's right here, and she's removed it. Exposing truths and exposing what's real and what's not real. Again, with it being in the reverse position, it indicates full moon. It indicates summertime. It indicates the fire element and also the direction of south. Let's put it here. Well, no, it's saying stay there for now. 2 devil cards, interesting. One more, please, from the moon energy. This one's flipping out like this. This is the way it flipped out, and you have the Queen of Cups. This card has the entire moon cycle from waxing to full moon to waning on there. It came out in this direction here, facing right. So that indicates springtime. It indicates the waxing phase of the moon, so the growing phase. And it indicates the air element. So water and air coming out. Air because it's facing right, and then water because it's the Queen of Cups. So the Queen of Cups really standing out because it's the black card on there. The other one's really light colors. Queen of Cups talks about being strong in the emotional realm of life, being a strong feminine figure, having strong feminine energy with intuition, understanding compassion, being the nurturing guide. Summer and spring being indicated on here if you're looking for any indications of timing. If we take this in a circle, in a cycle, like going this way, right? Starting with the 5 of Swords, with competition and resentment. It's almost like this is the state of being right now, with petty conflict, people being competitive, ideas of judgment and people judging each other in a negative way, and ideas of illusion and people holding each other back being reversed into a more compassionate, understanding way of being, nurturing and guiding each other, recognizing that we are this hand here that has jewels on it indicating abundance. We're this hand. We are, and other people are. We're not this devil that it seems to be. We're not this shadow that things are being presented as. And we can live in a harmonious state with each other. We can be partners, and we can rely on teamwork and cooperation more than competition and resentment. We can align ourselves with what we know to be true in our heart. We can align ourselves with our hopes and dreams, and we can find harmony with other people as they do the same thing. And then we can nurture and guide each other. Yeah, sun and moon coming through to let us know that that's the progression that they want for us. Let's set the tarots aside for now, and we'll bring them back out if it becomes relevant to do so. Let's start seeing what the oracles have for us. We have, starting the oracles, we have the wild unknown archetypes, and you have on the sun side the sustainer. number 24, came out in this position. The sustainer, the things that bring us stability. On the moon side, you have the village in reverse. This is what it would look like upright, and it's number 41, reduces to 5. Came out in reverse. So if this were upright on the village card, right, you would have a mountain. And then the wheat or whatever this grain is here forming the meadow with a person reaching out to grasp this wing, talking about the village and how we all work together basically. And then it came out in reverse. Gosh. And I'm almost seeing it now. Instead of a mountain, I'm seeing that this yellow, instead of this black part being the mountain, it's this bright yellow, orange, and red being the mountains, and this forming like a valley in between them. And this halo, this ring that this person was reaching to, that's an earthy plant of some kind, is now a halo being placed above this valley and above these mountains of light. And you have these two hands here holding on to the ball of whatever this is. This is, for me, symbolizing the earth. Look at these two celestial elements here. Wow, that is cool how these came out. We have the sun with this orangey color, the moon with this blue color. If you think about an astrological chart, it has aspects of the sun and moon in it, right? In terms of areas of your chart that are more related to the sun and more related to the moon. With the earth in the middle, this could be you with two supporting hands holding it safely, sustaining it. And the moon telling us that there's some kind of protective guide, protective spirit energy overlooking the valley there, the bright gold mountains. You have the higher chakras being indicated here with the blues and purples from throat to third eye to crown. So that's communication to intuition to connection with spirit. And you have red, orange, and yellow on here indicating the lower chakras. So red is root chakra, the grounding elements in life. Orange is the sacral chakra with the things that we're passionate about. And yellow being the solar plexus chakra that is talking about confidence, creativity, and personal power. Okay, let's see what the other oracles say as we are developing this picture. It's a lot of information coming out. We had that nice, cool message in the beginning talking about what the sun and moon ultimately want for us, which is this alignment and harmony, lovers, happy card, partnership, union. So from the Wild Harmonic Oracle on the sun side, we have this card, looks like this. It's reversed. It's the air of dimensional and always ready. The dimensional aspect on this card is talking about the crown chakra, so that goes in nicely with the colors that came out here. And look at this, with the box here is yellow, and this card is yellow and purple. Always ready. Solar plexus is really important for us. We had it yellow pretty dominant here, forming these new mountains. If we look at that from a different perspective, we have the yellow box of support here and stability, and then we have these yellow waves all through. This is talking about personal power to me. Being always ready for the next thing. Keeping the flame burning is something coming to mind with how this card came out and how this middle section here looks like a candle flame. And then on the moon side from Wild Harmonic, you have this card, water of earth, and it says nourishing roots. The water element in this deck indicates the sacral chakra, and the earth element indicates the root chakra. So matching up passion with grounding, nourishing the roots. Yeah, bringing some green into our reading here. This so far is not really telling me a message. I mean, we had that really cool message come out here, but it's basically like we've received these bits of information, so let's see what to do with that information with the other oracles, hopefully. We have the Wild Unknown Alchemy deck. On the sun side, you have Dissolution. 65 basically came out upright. We have a bird on there indicating air element. We have a cup on there indicating water element. Air and water coming together here. Mental activity, thoughts, ideas coming together with emotions and intuition. All the rainbow colors on there. And then on the moon side, from the Alchemy, Wild Unknown Alchemy, you have copper. Came out in this direction, and it's 23, reduces to 5. 65 over here reduces to 11. 23 reduces to 5 with copper. 5, a number of change. Copper starts off nice, bright, and shiny, and as it ages, it patinas. That brings in that turquoise, blue, green color there and turns into something that's different, but still beautiful as it ages, as it moves forward. This is bringing in Venus energy here to the reading. And in the guidebook, this is really cool. Listen to this, pile 3. It says, the copper card marks the arrival of Eros into the laboratory. It is like the alchemist has been hard at work for far too long, prioritizing scholarly pursuits over sensual pleasure. Getting ready for a shift of priorities for awakening the heart and life-generating centers of the body. Embrace reverence and curiosity. So it's moving more from the air element into the fire and water element. 2 mentions of getting ready, with this card saying get ready for an awakening. And this card saying always ready. Awakening the life-generating centers of the body. Explains why we had so much of the chakra energy coming through in the beginning of your reading, pile 3. Yeah, we had the air element here and the water element. The bird is flying into the cup. So a movement of being overly focused on ideas and thoughts with the air element there into being more grounded and emotional. Paying more attention to our body and our emotions and our heart versus our mind and thoughts. And because it's coming together with this Lover's card, it's talking about balance and alignment, a healthier alignment of those elements. Okay, the next oracle is the Synchronocity oracle, and these cards have different symbols on them, and there's one symbol on each card that will match and give us a synchronicity. So in this one, we have, on each card, we have these 3 symbols here with TV heads, television heads. I don't know what that means, so let me look it up. In the guidebook, it says that these 3 figures with TV heads are called jumping TVs. It's number 26, reduces to 8. It talks about propaganda, fake news, information wars, tribes, and messages. The first word that really stuck out to me in that meaning was the word tribes. The idea of tribes can be both positive and negative, right? So if you are having a tribe with you, you have a support network, people that help each other out, or you can view tribes as being people separating themselves into groups. And this is really talking about these two cards here, the Five of Swords, talking about competition and resentment, and the Lovers talking about harmony and alignment. And remember, we had that Three of Pentacles flip over right away when I was shuffling, talking about teamwork and cooperation. So it wants us to view things in a positive light. Again, reinforcing this message that came out if we go in the circle this way. So these two oracles down here are the Past Life Oracle and the Tea Leaf Oracle. So this was meant to be an idea of time in your time or progression in your journey. And this is the past life indicating past times. And then the tea leaf oracle is, some people use tea leaves to tell fortunes and tell the future. So this is representing the future aspect. So on the sun side of the reading, we have Rebel, a hippie van there with the peace sign. And it was like this with the nonconformist and the activist. Yeah, having these thoughts that we can all get along and world peace can seem like it's going against what's being portrayed in the media with this idea of these jumping TVs here about how the world is full of conflict and negativity and we can't get along and only some people can win and there have to be losers. This is fighting against that idea and encouraging us from the sun to highlight the positive, highlight the teamwork, highlight the ability to cooperate. And the people who have the positive mentality, unfortunately, are not the loudest people. They're not the majority sometimes. So people that are encouraging world peace seem like rebels and activists. And the sun is encouraging us to keep up that work. And then on the moon side, we have star-crossed love. We have the word romance there. This is what it would be upright. We have somebody there with their flowers behind their back going closer to their partner. And the star-crossed love was upright there. This sometimes talks about... I've heard it discussed in two ways, so I'll mention both of them since both of them came to mind. One way is that this is talking about soul mates that are meant to be, like the stars. When the stars align, the lovers come together, which goes in nicely with what we talked about with that lovers card there. And the second meaning that I've heard with the star-crossed love is that the partners always seem to be on different sides of the universe. The stars never align for them. They just barely miss each other from meeting in a timing sense. Like something in the universe keeping the partners apart. So those are two meanings for star-crossed love that I've heard of, and that'll mean something different to whoever's watching. So take that for what you want, what resonates with you. And really what I'm taking there is from that is the overall message about the idea of the stars involved with our lives. So as above, so below. Universal energies, astrology informing us. The moon is letting us know that the stars can be our allies in helping us figure out whatever situation we're in. From the tea leaf oracle on this side, the sun, you have Rose. Romance is in the air. And look at that. We had the romance card over here. The sun and the moon are agreeing that romance is a thing, love is a thing. Romance is in the air. That may be a specific message to people watching about love coming in, especially how we had this romance card here with the star-crossed lovers. Maybe the timing will be aligning for partners to be able to actually be together, to meet each other. And from the Moon Tea Leaf Oracle, you have Frying Pan with trouble and accusations, and it came out in reverse. Yeah, we're reversing this Five of Swords energy that seems to be dominating the media, dominating messages from people who want to keep negativity and conflict going in the world. The Moon wants that reversed. It agrees with how this came together in the middle here, moving from a place of conflict and competition to a place of cooperation and friendship. We have 3 more cards for final guidance in these 3 cards here. So the first one is the Crystal Medicine Oracle, and you have Truth and Integrity. Number 32, we have Isis on there. High Priestess energy coming through. We have the Anchor Cross or the Ankh. We have the word summer, and we have turquoise as the crystal. So beautiful. Yeah, truth and integrity are a large part in moving from conflict into cooperation. Turquoise can also talk about prosperity. And 32 reduces to 5 on there for change. And this is changing this 5 of Swords into the 6. The other, it was a 23, not a 32. We had 23 on this copper card. 32 here, mirroring numbers. Look at how the blues match up in there. You have the Flower of Life symbol coming through in the background of this card. And another symbol here that I can't really make out. Truth and integrity. That's going to be what moves us forward into a place of friendship and cooperation. From the Crystal Chakra deck, we have the Crown Chakra with Moonstone. Keywords travel and astuteness. It says, I travel astrally in my dreams, and I choose to work astutely. Crown Chakra talking about spiritual connection there. Astuteness talking about being diligent and hardworking and smart and resilient and capable. The idea of astral travel goes interesting with this star-crossed lovers card. It's reminding me of a reading I heard, and I can't remember which reader or reading it was in. If I could remember, I would point you to it. But basically, it was talking about how there were 2 partners, and they were star seeds. And they agreed to come to Earth, but they couldn't be together in the earthly plane. So at night they would astrally travel so they could be together at night in the spirit world and reconnect with each other and kind of discuss their Earth mission. It was a really cool reading. Bringing in a lot of elements there with the starseed and astral travel there that didn't necessarily come out in the reading earlier, pile 3, but it's coming out as relevant just at the very end of your reading. Look at how this Rebel card, the colors match up with the Moonstone card. This was talking about the world peace and being an activist and not allowing those who are spreading negativity to influence and take power away from us. We are pushing a positive agenda. It's okay to push an agenda. It's okay to push a goal, but this is wanting us to push a positive agenda, remind people of love and compassion and understanding and cooperation and friendship, and and compassion. I may have said that already. If I said it twice, it's definitely important, right? And the last card we have from the Clarity deck, you have family. Talking about soul families, earthly families, the world family. That word is important in terms of cooperation, getting along, harmony, alignment, treating each other as happy family members. Coming out right next to this Queen of Cups here. Your original card basically was a calming message from the sun and moon, letting us know it was going to be okay. Close your eyes and feel yourself embraced by angelic wings of light. Feel the light dissolve your fears, concerns, and doubts, and fill your heart with peace and joy. Everyone is safe and all is well. There is no need for concern. Yeah, so fill your heart with peace and joy. We had world peace come through with this hippie card here. And then this truth and integrity card talks about how turquoise can help you speak your truth. And it's really highlighting the importance of truth and staying true to your heart, true to your soul. And when we get away from that, the universe tries to get us back on track by creating challenges for us, basically, to get us back on track, to get back on our true path, back to doing things that we know in our heart to be the right thing to do. It says now is the time to march to the beat of your own drum in this guidebook for this truth and integrity card, reminding me again of activists and hippies with their drums. A lot coming through this reading, pile 3. So basically, an overview, we had the idea here of viewing the earth in a new perspective, this new bright, shiny earth, powerful earth, being protected by spirit here, being sustained by loving hands, and moving away from being completely in our minds to being more balanced with our minds and our hearts. So bringing in more emotional energy to inform our thoughts and make sense of our thoughts. Listening to our body and enjoying the finer things in life that just make us feel good. Pushing an agenda of positivity, even if the rest of the world and the majority of the world are focused on the negative. Some idea of karma and not karma, but like destiny and lovers who are fated to meet each other, whether that's on Earth or in the astral plane. And the moon really wants these trouble and accusations to go away and be reversed. And then, of course, we had this sequence that came out with the tarot here, talking about moving from competition, in which people are negatively judging each other and keeping each other blocked and trapped and held back through illusions, to a state of being more understanding and compassionate with the Queen of Cups card here, having a nurturing guide that guides us and being the nurturing guide for others, seeing that we're this healthy hand here with abundant jewelry, not this shadow, and other people aren't this shadow, that's just an illusion. And then people can come together in alignment and harmony, in union and unity, in healthy partnerships, to live in a more cooperative, friendly world. That's what the sun and moon wants to talk to you about, pile 3. So I hope that you found this reading helpful and insightful. There's a lot of information in there. Hopefully something in there spoke to you on a personal level. Let me know in the comments if it did. I am going to end the reading here. Thank you for spending time with me, and I wish you the best of luck on your journey, pile 3. Hope to see you again in a future video.